Hello, Algebra 1A students. If you're looking at today's assignment that was passed out or you're online, I'm looking at Unit 1, Algebra Basics, Homework 8, Simplifying Expressions. And let's just jump into it. Simplify each expression by distributing. And so I'm going to take this, whenever you have a number or a letter that's right next to parentheses, what that means is multiplication. So I'm going to multiply my 8 times the x. What that looks like is right here, 8x. Then I'm going to take my 8 and I'm going to multiply it by the next item that's in parentheses, which is a positive 5, and I get a positive 40. So that's why I put this plus 40 over here. So my equation now looks like this, with the 8 distributed to each item inside each term inside the parentheses. So I have 8x plus 40. Make sure you're doing it to both of the terms in there, okay? I had one person just doing it to the first and leaving the last one alone, and you got to do it to both. It's distributed to both terms. That's why they call it the distributive property. So negative 2 times the 3m is negative 6m, and negative 2 times a positive 9 is a negative 18. So my new equation, or expression, it's not an equation because there's no equal sign after it, but this new expression, and expression up here, negative 6m minus 18. Okay, now this looks weird. What is going on here? Well, essentially there's a negative 1 here, but you don't need to put a 1 because 1 times anything is itself, so it's just negative. So the 1, or the negative 1, or the negative, is distributed to the negative 5, or to the 5x, and becomes negative 5x. And then the negative is distributed to the positive 1, and negative 1 times a positive 1 is a negative 1. So I have my new expression is negative 5x minus 1. B's and 6's look alike. This is a B here. This is a B here. The B is distributed. So the B times the A gives me BA. If you put AB, that's fine. B times the negative 6 is a negative 6b. If you put the b first, that's fine too. I have half of 8x. Half of 8x would be 4x. Half of 8 is 4. I have an x with it. Then half times the 2, half times the 2 is 1. Half of means times, half of 2 is 1. Now we have a little bit of combining like terms. You'll see I use the distributive property, the negative 7 times the w, and the negative 7 times the negative 4 gives me the positive 28. I rewrite all this stuff down here. I combine like terms. This is as far as I can go for this expression. I have negative 4w plus 1. How did I get that? I took the negative 7w and I added 3w. Those are the terms that I could put together, okay? I can't put that 28 with the 3w because there's no w with it. I can't put the 27 with anything with a w because there's no w with it. These two don't have anything with them. I could put them together because they are like terms, and that becomes a positive 1. So you're doing the same for these 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 19, or 13, 15, 17, 19. I just did the odds. And you can see the distributive property being used and combining like terms for each one of these. Distributive property for each one, combining like terms, combining like terms. Okay, remember that number on the outside of the parentheses goes to both terms inside the parentheses. So this became negative 9m, and this became negative 18. And then this became 4, this is a plus, I brought down a plus. 4 times the 6 is a 24. 4 times the negative 7m becomes a negative 28m. And then just combine my like terms. I like to put my m's first, so negative 28 and a negative 9 is a negative 37m, and then this negative 18 plus a 24, or if you want to think of it as 24 minus 18 is 6, just to give you an example. Okay, and you could pause this and get whatever you need from these problems, and hopefully this helps.